So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, what? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Switch. He's checking. There.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
The 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. 45 the line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
McKinley on the
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 29 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Carson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, 0.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st down, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. A slant to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw again is Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Going for Metcalf on the deep. And got his man complete. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Jason Myers.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jason Myers to kick off.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that's going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the 2nd half with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Jones has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
15. First down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a draw play for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the carry, here's Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Tyler Lockett, he's at the 40, past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 81 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Falcons 21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Steps away to Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long. It's Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This complete to Lockett. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Falcons will go for it. Here's Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 21-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Check 15. Check 50. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Wilson wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Wilson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. But Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it?